Hi and welcome to this video, Between the Floods. The fact that you're probably watching this probably means that I actually got some decent images or some images to talk about, certainly, because it may not make the light of day. I'm actually out today. The sun has finally come out. It's been raining here in the UK for what seems like forever, and it's forecast to rain for the next few weeks as well as a series of fronts come over. So what I thought I'd do is take this opportunity and try and capture some images of the flooding. I've come to one of the few bridges now that's actually accessible. I've had to do a 30 or so mile detour around. The actual, it's actually stunning. The water is probably only less than a foot from hitting the road of the bridge itself. It's absolutely amazing. So I'm going to take a little look around this location and see what we can discover here. The sky has started to turn a little bit darker. We've lost that blue now, but it's actually got some amazing texture in it. So let me try and get some images and I'll walk you through those couple of compositions. And remember, there's a gallery at the end. Wow, and I've climbed onto the flood bank now. And when I said it was less than a foot, actually at the edges is about a foot, but in the center of the bridge, it's probably just a matter of a few inches. And there's some great compositions here. So I've set up this composition. I'm actually on the flood bank. You can see to my right the flooded fields behind me where the water has broken the banks to some degree. But then we've got the actual course of the river in front of me. And we've then got the hills in the distance. That actually is what's referred to as Rodney's Pillar, which is just inside Wales. This is the England-Wales border. We've got the fields flooded on the other side and the trees sticking out. So my composition here, as you can see, whoops, I'll zoom in without the reflection. So you can see that I've got the hill just here. And then I've got the river and I'm just bordering it, just framing it by the bank of the bottom right-hand side. So I don't want too much detail in the hill, I want the detail in the sky and in the water. What I'm going to do now is apply a polarizing filter. Just rotate this. I want to get a lot of reflection in the water now. Got it, yes, excellent. Let me just make sure that's right. Yes, you can see that it's changing that there. Let's capture that with some detail in the water. Absolutely excellent, I like that. It's not the perfect framing, but I find, I don't know about you guys if you've tried this, but capturing floods is really tricky to capture sometimes. I'm now going to put the ND1000 on. It's just starting to rain now. Just clean the front out. I've put my lens hood on to try and keep the rain off of the front element of the filter as well. So the wind is really getting up there. So let's see if this works. What have I got? F20. Nice silhouette. Oh, I'm starting to like the way that's flowing out now. And here in the floodplain, I'm going to trying to get creative here. I'd love to know what you think of this image in a second. But what I'm going to do is I'm zooming straight in. Sorry about the reflections on the screen again. Let me tilt that down a little bit. Look at the trees in the floods. There's something about a tree completely surrounded by water. I don't know about you, but I'm going to really overexpose the top and the bottom. I'm going to get a really high key image of those trees. And I'm going to really smooth out the water. It's a 20-second exposure with the ND1000 filter on. So let's capture this. And please, in the comments below, let me know what you think. This is the kind of image you can only get during a flood when the trees are surrounded. And I've noticed on the other side of the flood bank, we've got this fence leading in. The water's rushing through the fence just there. And then it leads into the tree in the distance. We've got some fantastic definition in the sky now as well. The sun's starting to come through. So what I've done is I've applied my ND1000, my 10-stop filter. So we've got a 20-second exposure on the go right now. And this is our final image. Absolutely love that. I love the lines cutting across horizontally and the leading lines of the submerged fence leading us to the tree and the texture and the contours in the sky. Hi and welcome to the sunset. I've got my hood up now. I feel a bit like a Jedi Knight, to be honest, because it's a bit chilly, although the breeze is starting to drop a little bit. But let's get the gear set up and make sure we capture this light. So in this composition, what I'm going to do is break a few rules. I love breaking a few rules. I'm actually going to put the small island of trees right in the middle of the image, basically. Got the flow of the river, though, the bend of the river on the right, the flood bank. There's a little bit of colour in the sky, a little bit of orange just starting to appear above the grey clouds in the horizon. So let's capture this image. I've still got my neutral density filter on the front. I've got a 15-second exposure at f11. Let me just yes, I'm at the 18mm end of the lens. So let's capture that image now. Oh, I love that image. The 15-second exposure's really got the flow of the river flowing past the tree island. The sun is really starting to dip now, but what I want to try and capture are these layers here in the actual grasses and the trees and the hills in the distance with the flow of the water down below. So what I've got at the moment is I've got a 13-second exposure at f5.6. I'm going to up that just a little bit. I want to get it in the sweet spot for the lens, so I'm just going to put it up to f. I'm going to get a 25-second at f8. That's a long exposure, but that should give me really great colours and really great flow. Let's capture that. Oh, I love that image. I love that image. I love the flow. I love the colours. So thanks very much for watching. I do hope that some of these images have captured the essence of the floods that are in the surrounding area here on the England-Welsh border. The floods are on both sides of the River Severn and River Vyrnwy right now. It's burst its banks in many locations. Absolutely stunning scenery, absolutely amazing details out in the valley as well. So hopefully some of these images have captured the essence of these. Please remember to stick around for the gallery, and if you found this useful, please remember to like and subscribe.